All right, guys, a couple of classic cocktails with a little bit of a twist, I suppose you would say. The first one is the Rabbie Burns, which in our household, or my grandmother's household, was always called Rabbie Burns. He was the poet laureate of Scotland. And this was first created in 1917. I'm telling you the history now. It was created in 1917. It's had a few changes since then. But the whole thing about it is that it used to be served with a twist of lemon, and then someone came up with the great idea that on Rabbie Burns' birthday, they would serve it with Scottish shortbread. So it sort of became the thing, and now it's always served in the top places with Scottish shortbread. So first of all, we fill a glass with ice and 60 mils of scotch. I'm using Oshantoshan. You can use any scotch. I actually was going to use something a bit simpler because Oshantoshan's a bit fancy stuff. But what happened is I had somebody over for Christmas and they drank all the scotch. So. And to that we then add, that's a 15 mil measure, about half of that of Drambuie and 1.5 of those of Martini Rossi and a splash of bitters. And with a mixing spoon, mix it up and then strain it into a chilled glass. Now I've had that glass in the freezer, so it is lovely and cold. You can put ice in if you like, but traditionally no ice. And with a decent number of Scottish shortbread. Now, a champagne cocktail. Now, this is interesting. This is from Hotel Beaumanière, which is in Provence. And I had it many, many years ago. And if I remember rightly, the name of the owner was Raymond Tillier. My pronunciation may be wrong. 3 hats Michelin, or 3 stars Michelin. And it was a wonderful restaurant. And the cocktail, which is not their big thing because they were about food, the cocktail was pretty darn good too. In fact, I had 2 or 3, I can't remember what I ate that day. So 1 sugar cube, 2 or 3 drops of bitters. Be careful because you don't want too many. I then add 20 mils of cognac, and it's cognac, not brandy, and 20 mils of Cointreau or triple sec. And to that we add a good champagne. Now don't fill it completely. You need a decent sized glass for this one. You don't want a champagne flute, you want something a bit bigger. And 1 thin slice of orange goes in there. And I know this sounds weird, but it does make a difference. 2 cubes of ice. So there we have our champagne cocktail. To go with that, I've got another 3-star Michelin speciality. These are from Michel Garrard. I should have made more, shouldn't I? Actually, can I tell you the truth? I did make more and I ate them. Well, I didn't think I needed because they shrink. So what happens with those, I'll tell you how to make them. They came from Michel Garrard's restaurant. He's very famous for his usage of beetroot. What you do is you slice them very thinly on a bench slicer. You then put them in iced water and leave them, and then you dry them very, very well and you deep fry them. And after you deep fry them, you drain them on some kitchen towels, but they will crisp up as they sit there. Then some sea salt, and you don't eat them all. All right, Rabbie Burns with shortbread, a wonderful champagne cocktail from Beaumanière, and beetroot chips. Good stuff.